Don't sweat the
What's going on? What up, Remorse? Good to see you. As per usual, give people a few minutes to show up. I know I say it every time, but, you know, just in case anyone's lurking if they wonder why I'm futzing around for the beginning of the stream before I stop playing. What up, Shan? Also, so, I'm gonna talk about a thing, because, again, I kind of always just use the beginning of stream to kind of futz around for 10, 15 minutes, explain whatever we're doing in stream, and then get to getting. I saw a take that I kind of want to... 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 I kind I kind of want to talk about. Specifically about... Okay, how do I put this? The take... I want to be very, very clear from the beginning. Because my discussion I'm about to get into is very nuanced, which is why I'm even talking about it. I think there is a nuanced response that it requires. Essentially, someone stating the term neurospicy is racist. And I'm sure the average person hears that and immediately, right, but I know, Shan, I know. But there is, again, this is far more nuanced than just the flat phrasing and your gut reaction. Because the person who actually mentioned this publicly, brought it up, said anything about it, is black, Indian, and indigenous. Okay? They're coming at it with a very specific worldview. They were pointing out how, growing up, spicy was always used to other them, to other their food, to other their kitchen, to other things like that. They brought up how they've also had multiple Latin friends, especially if we can be honest, Latinas, you know, they get called spicy, and there's a connotation about them and everything else. And this is where it gets nuanced, because there is a difference between... essentially, I push back on neurospicy is racist, but not in saying, and this is why I want to be very clear, like, this is not an attack on the person who made the claim or anything like that, because my pushback is not, you're flatly wrong, there's nothing close about what you're saying. My pushback is, I think it is more nuanced than that, and a more accurate phraseology would be, applying neurospicy to me would be racist, and it can be racist because of the fact that spicy, it's in the same vein as how the word spooky, there have been people who are like, okay, but this term is racist. And I say it's in the same vein as that word, even though I just said the word, because, again, there are layers of nuance. These terms are not like, for example, the N-word or the R-slur, where they are just inherently, that is how they are being used, that is the discussion. There is no, like, obviously, I'm not talking about the reclamations, right? But I'm saying, like, there is no past history of the N-word where I could be like, well, it used to mean spatula, so if you're using it correctly, like, that doesn't exist, right? The word brother comes from Greek broth, which means stew. Them white folks try to cook us. You nailed it, Shan, you nailed it. But the thing is, so, like, with spicy as a term can be used as a methodology to other people, to exoticize, to fetishize. It can. But spicy as a term, its origin, its core, is hot and or volatile, which is the reason why people use neurospicy, because of the volatility. The idea that my brain can kind of just go off on tangents and do things. It's the same as spooky. Spook was eventually co-opted as a slur specifically against Asian people, but it comes from Dutch, and it literally means a ghost or a specter. So that's like ghostly. So that's why. So this is where there's nuance. Is there a history of the word? Is the word used? Is the predominant pejorative use of the word rooted in this thing, or is this a thing that has been used? Yes, and exactly, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, it's because it had to do with, like, the, you know, there's layers and layers. I didn't want to go into the whole, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it has been used in that way, but generally when someone says spooky or I'm spooked, the predominant usage has a thing. Now, does that mean, and this is where again, it is multiple layers of nuance. Does that mean, does the predominant usage now being a thing eliminate that? No, not at all. Quite honestly, at the end of the day, as stupid as it may sound and as imprecise as it may sound, I don't think you can just create a checklist of criteria. I do think it has to be like, I'm gonna quote Ted Lasso here, it's like the offsides rule in soccer. I can't tell you how it works, but you know it when you see it. Like, that's how I have to go with it. And the problem there is different people see different things. So it's not going to be a one-to-one thing, which is why I push back on the statement neurospicy is racist, but not so far as to say that person is out of their mind or anything along those lines. I say it to say, I think a more accurate term is it can be. And it is all about particular implication. It is the exact same as saying, dude. And how certain people are like, don't call me dude. Because to certain people, if you throw dude at them, it's going to feel trans-misogynistic or misogynistic in general or anything along those lines. But dude is not itself misogynistic. If that is your particular speech cadence or what have you, it does not mean you hate trans people if that's your go-to statement. It doesn't mean that at all. It does, however, end up that way if someone says, don't use it on me, and you ignore them. So this is where the layers of nuance. The problem is, it's social media. You can't get into the layers of nuance on something like this, which is why I was like, I'm not going to post that publicly. I also don't want to pillory the original poster because, again, I can see where they're coming from. They made a very cogent point on how spicy can be used and things like that. Exactly. They're trying to codify the term as a thing in order to make it so that their personal needs are seen as the moral right, when it is far more gray than that. And therein lies the issue. And again, multiple layers of nuance. There are things where it's like, I think people are trying to turn their own personal beliefs into the moral standing, where it's misguided, but not necessarily wrong, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think this person is wrong for making the statement, this is how I feel about that term. I think it is wrong for pushing it that anyone who therefore uses it for themselves or as a general modifier, as a stand-in on anyone who does not have an issue with it, is racist, because that is a push too far. I don't think this is the same as someone taking the language of social justice and co-modifying it against itself. I think they're using it not necessarily perfectly accurately, but I can see where they're coming from, and this is more than I'll agree to disagree, but I understand your point. I will avoid using it with you, and I can see how this can be something I can learn for the future as a word to avoid for certain people. Whereas there are people who will co-modify the language of social justice and just make a mockery of it by twisting it to fit whatever they want in order to undermine it. For example, I can use the phraseology and say, the military, the American military, that disproportionately employs and allows college for a vastly overrepresented population of black and brown people. Therefore, to be anti-military is to be racist. Obviously, what I just said is fucking stupid. It's nuts. If you, know how systems work. But I can co-modify the language to make the case. And this is where you have to be able to piece apart the language, piece apart the fundamental building blocks of the argument, and find, do they have the correct argument? Do they have an argument that can be correct but is pushed a bit too far or is misguided? Or is this motherfucker just gone and using this shit, either stupidly or maliciously? Your call. And so there's different pillars. And this is why I was like, this is going to take me a few minutes. I wanted to be able to talk it out and not try and condense it into, 200 characters at a time or some shit. Now, there are certain terms people use that with certain usages, I immediately go, yeah, no, you're racist. Okay? Here's a good one, because I'm a fan of the WNBA. Everybody knows this. Fucking look at what I'm wearing right now, dog. I'm wearing my goat. Okay? There is a large subsection of new WNBA fans who are white. I don't have another way to describe them. They are white. White as the day is long, in fact. Would be the best way I can explain it. They are white as the day is long. White. What up, Eric? Yeah, well, amongst others, the two real firecrackers who brought in all the Huajites, the clears, the 8x5x11s, are both on the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. And Sophie Cunningham has, you got me, Shin. You got the layers there. And Sophie Cunningham has recently come out and said some real heavy turf shit. Caitlin Clark kind of does the whole, I'm not going to say a bunch of political shit, but I'm going to allow my followers to say political shit. But then I'm going to be caught, like, going to, fucking, what's his name? Country star. Who has said some shit like that. Like, concert. It's like, people can fill in the blanks. Not Jelly Roll. Shit. Is it Morgan Wallen? Morgan Wallen. So, all that to say, for the people who are fans of those two. So, for instance, the other night, there was a game where Sophie Cunningham went up for a layup, and Dejanay Carrington of the Chicago Sky came from behind and tried to do a behind-the-back block, and as her arm went and she swiped, she caught Sophie Cunningham in the face. And she may have meant to, she may not have. She got a flagrant 2. But if you get the stills, instead of seeing it in fast play, you just see her arm draped around like it looks like she's fucking attacking her. If you see a fan purported of the WNBA, really they're just fans of, I don't even know that they're actually fans of Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. I think they're just fans of white people. But as a concept, I don't even know if they know those two's names. But if you see anyone post that picture and they refer to either Dejanay or Carrington personally, or to the black women of the NBA, the WNBA, as thugs, racist. I'm going to save you time. I'm going to save you time and energy. There is no reasonable discussion you can have with that person. I need it. That's it. Soon as that word comes out, that I know at that point we cannot have a reasonable discussion. We just can't. Because I got everything I needed from that one word. Everything I needed. Because they always manage to say, even if the word didn't have a racist connotation in the way that they said it, they always manage to say thug with a hard R. So, which is impressive for a word spelt T-H-U-G. But they fucking do it. So this is where you can use words to save yourself time. Anoriand Bartholomew. Anoriand J. Bartholomew Fagundus, Esquire the Third. But yeah, so long and short of it, words mean things. You know how it is. We're about to hop in. Hold on one second. Again, sir, what did I just say about nuanced? I ain't talking about Crazy Bone. I ain't talking about Busy Bone. What up, Admo? Remember, when they said, gotta poop, but God's got it, and I'm gonna tell everybody. I felt that. Gotta poop, but God's got it, and I'm gonna tell everybody. That was my favorite when that was going around social media, where people were like, the words they hear in Crossbones. Because, dog, it's great word. The song actually has beautiful lyrical storytelling. But what the fuck did that man say? And man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Fire Emblem is problematic as fuck. See. Because Fire Emblem, right? Fire, burning, emblem. Them, we gonna blam them. They're talking about killing everybody. They won't kill everybody with fire. Fire and blam. And that's why there's guns now. That's why there's guns now with Fortune's Weave. Gotta decalcify the pineal gland. I'm still proud of myself of all the fucking dumbass jokes I made in my these are the other Fire Emblem characters who would use a gun video. I'm still proud of myself for the joke I made where I brought up that Robin would use a gun, and I was like, the Awakening timeline should be real happy that Robin doesn't use a gun, because Crom, when he found him, he would be robbing that boy's life, is what I'm saying, okay? Robin would 100% use a fucking gun. He's been hanging out with Joker in Smash Bros, okay? He would use a gun. Eric, I don't know if you saw the video. I made a video talking Fire Emblem characters who would use a gun. Claude would use a gun. I'm just gonna, you know what? Before we start, I'm gonna play my own video. It's self-promo. Y'all can fucking deal. For anybody who hasn't seen it, I'm about to do self-promo. It's fine. We'll all live. Everybody's gonna live. I promise. Maybe. Yesterday we got the new Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave Direct, where we learned a whole bunch about the game prior to its release, and we did learn a number of different important details about the game. I'm not going to spoil anything as far as the story. I will point out we learned probably the single most important thing we'll learn about this game. There's guns. I got the Blicky as a weapon you can use, and some people are going to be upset about that, and to them I say, you're weak. And my proof of that is I am now going to talk about all the various characters in Fire Emblem who would use a gun. Starting off strong, Claude's using a gun. Claude uses every advantage he can get. You ain't gonna tell me he ain't gonna make that chopper sing. Without hesitation, I'm telling you right now, Edelgard is gonna use a gun. Whether you like her, whether you don't like her, at the end of the day, you do have to admit Edelgard is about that life, and guns are considered dauntless class weapons in this game. And one thing about her, she gonna run that fatal guard. Now, Dimitri is absolutely not going to use a gun because he's gonna consider it dishonorable and not the type of thing that royalty should do. Until after the time skip, because that boy just is filled with nothing but trauma and lead for everybody, and he gonna say blick every last one of them. Lynn from Blazing Blade canonically uses a gun. I don't make the rules. Just look it up if you don't believe me. Just type Lynn with a gun, you'll find it. Robin from Awakening is going to use a gun. He's been hanging out with Joker while he's in Smash. I'm gonna tell you right now, the timeline is lucky that Robin didn't wake up with a piece, because Crom, he gonna be robbing that boy's life, is what I'm saying. Niles from Fates will shoot you. And I'm gonna go a step further and say anybody who both looks like and acts like Miles from Fates, up to and including the ornamental eye patch, will shoot you. Marth, the First Lord, the original hero king of the series, the one who started it all, would not use a gun because it would feel beneath him and a part of evil. But Jagan, his original mentor, would, because he's too old for this shit, and he's gonna say, fuck a pole arm, I'ma up this pole. Thorin from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn may be the best example in the series, because I'ma tell you right now, when it comes to that boy, outside of maybe Ike, and that's just because that's his boyfriend, there ain't now one person on this earth who Soren will not unload that piece on. I'm gonna tell you right now. Obligatory Thracia reference, so y'all know I know ball when it comes to Fire Emblem, but Leaf is 100% gonna run the Thule on some folks. Like, he uses every other weapon. He ain't gonna stop there. Lastly, I'm not sure if Fem-Shez would use a gun, but I have full confidence that male Shez would use a gun in each hand, and also part of it is I want to see if I can convince Damien Haas to say, so anyway, I started blasting, while we've got him pictured with his two best friends, Smith and Wesson. Anyway, this isn't an exhaustive list, but I'm right about every single one of them. Argue with your mama. Subscribe if you want to see more, or if you want me to do a further list of other characters who would and wouldn't use a gun. I'm right. I need everyone to know I'm right. Also, Liana, I didn't get any Sacred Stones characters in this one. You're right. I could tell you right now, I'm not going to get into every single Sacred Stones character who would use a gun, but if I'm tier ranking from top to bottom, which Sacred Stones character could use a gun, my number one draft pick is Lute. She is too autistic. If Lute knew that there was, you don't need a tome, you don't, just, pff. I understand the go-to answer is going to be like, the go-to answer is going to be, Naomi is an archer, Inez, he's a sniper and an asshole. It's Lute. The answer's Lute. La Rochelle wouldn't because of the fact that she would view it beneath her. Dosla would in service of La Rochelle, but La Rochelle wouldn't because she's too holy and too proud and she needs to use the divine power. Unless she gets like a custom blicky that's got like a rosary hanging from it and has like a cross inlaid along it, then maybe like a real ornamental piece and someone convinces her that it's a divine weapon. Otherwise, she's not touching one. Remorse. Henry is from Fates? Oh my god, is he from Fates or Awakening? My brain just fucking fried. What up, Yami? Awakening. I don't know why I thought Fates. Yeah, he's one of the child units. Henry is... Wait. I know where do you... I know what I'm gonna do. This is what I need to do. I remember Henry. I see him visually. He generally has eyes closed at all times, smiling. He's got the anime, literally closed eyes. He's not looking at you while he's talking situation. But I need to remind myself when he joins. Like, once I see that, I'll be fine. I'm also, TBH, thinking of Henry as he is in FE Heroes. Henry joins way later, right? Like right before things really open up. Yeah, he's the last one to join before Lucina. That's what it was. In fact, joins in the same chapter Lucina technically joins in. Yeah. No, I remember him. I was thrown off on when... My issue was not remembering him. I remembered him. I just couldn't remember when he joins you in the game. That's what was pissing me off. Oh, Noel wouldn't use a gun because he's too much of a bitch. I'm sorry, you're gonna get anti-Noel slander in here because he sucks. Noel is like Sophia in a game with much better units. Okay, between streams, I did go ahead and punch up my inventory and things like that. But also, because there was an enemy group down here, I had to do Ewan's promotion, and I made the call and decided to make Ewan a shaman, and he will eventually become a druid. It boiled down, I could make him a druid, or I could make him a sage. And the functional difference came down to druid gets dark magic, sage gets light magic. And in a vacuum, light magic sounds like it could be more useful, because I will run into like Leon himself, who has a dark tome, but also I will run into a number of Moguls and Archmoguls and Gorgons who functionally use dark magic, so it'll give me weapon triangle advantage. The difference is, however, Ewan will be slightly faster, guaranteed, because of promotion bonuses and also increased con by going druid, and dark magic will still allow him to face them on like neutral ground essentially. And La Rochelle is 100% going Valkyrie and going light magic, so she's probably going to be the one getting Ivaldi. And there is at least a chance Ewan can get Gleipnir as like a big fuck you button. I know it doesn't have like effectiveness against monsters, but it's still worth keeping. And also, yeah, it gives me a Nosferatu user. You'll notice I have a bunch of shit in Arthur, Seth, and Gilliam's inventory. Technically, that's cheating, but I'm not actually deploying them. The reason why I put it there is this is Ephraim's inventory, this is Ross's inventory, and this is Kyle's inventory. It is just to save me time when I move shit over later, because I'm deploying them with no inventory. Right, but I wanted to be clear, because I made the point before that part of the rules is like, I can't deploy units to carry items or to ferry items around or anything like that. But this chapter, y'all are gonna have to just fucking buckle up. I apologize, I love you all, I am sorry. You're gonna just have to fucking buckle up, man. Because of what's about to happen. I actually think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Because I would like to be able to get in some extra heals where possible. What up, Fade? Yeah, this one's gonna be a boring one, y'all. This is Ewan's 80s movie training montage. I mean, tower is where you're going to do the most funneling, so it makes sense, plus there's a button. So what I'm basically planning on is, I'm gonna go as far as I can go. So I bought a couple of extra weapons in storage, things like that. But I'm gonna go as far as I can go. I think it'll be like the 4th floor. I think. Maybe. I have to double check. But this first floor is going to exclusively be Ewan. He is just gonna, this is level up time. Fuck you mean I missed on a 93%, dog. Eat my nets. Cue up the late great Bonnie Tyler for you and Montage. No, so you can also heal with Lara. Exactly. So that's why I position it to where hopefully they can take hits and La Rochelle can get in some. And the way I'm positioned, right, it means there is a bit of methodology to my madness. Natasha went down. So in Phantom Ship, Cormac died. And then in Tyzel, Colm died through terrible luck, which opened up the door for Natasha to die in the same turn. So, the way it's positioned, Ephraim, I think, can take damage. I can't remember. Ross can't take damage. Ewan will level up things like that. And it's positioned to where La Rochelle can sneak and heal whoever as well as Ewan. Cormac died on ship. Eric, I'm so sad.
There you are. I finally tracked you down.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Ross. You?
I'm Ewan.
Hey, Ewan. Nice to meet you. I've been looking for someone around my age. Let's hang out sometime, okay?
Sure, but do we have to wait until sometime? How about now?
What are you saying? We're in the middle of a battle.
The others are fighting well, so the two of us won't make much difference. Besides, even though I just started using magic the other day, I'm pretty good. If something does happen, we'll be okay.
Well, I'm pretty confident in my skills, too. But you know, how to put this delicately, it's the matter of morale.
You certainly are dedicated. That's a surprise.
Hey!
Why don't you prove your dedication by answering this brain teaser?
Like a riddle? Sounds fun!
Right. It'll be really fun to watch you struggling to come up with an answer.
Ha! Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, whatever. Let's do it. Here it is. Ross, do you know what a balance is?
Of course I do. Who doesn't? It's a type of scale with small plates on both sides to put weights. When both sides are the same weight, it balances. So that was the riddle? Easy.
You're too funny. No, that was just the setup for the brain teaser. Here's the real question. Assume there are 25 pebbles.
Pebbles?
Yeah, they're really small as peas. They're all the same color and shape. In this group, there's one pebble that's lighter than all the other pebbles.
And I must tell you the way to find that pebble?
Of course not. What kind of challenge is that? The question is, how many times do you need to use the balance to find that one rock?
How many times? It's not 24, is it?
What? Oh, that's the first time I've heard that one. I see, so you were thinking to measure the pebbles one by one. That's great, Ross. You're too funny.
That's not a compliment, is it? You think I'm an idiot?
That's not true. Actually, it is. And did I mention how perceptive you are, too?
Oh, you wait. I'll figure it out. I just need some time to think about it.
The anticipation is killing me.
Well, remorse, yes and no. He did technically get it right. Like, he's not wrong that if you do it 24 times, you'll find the pebble. The question is, how many times do you need? Like, in other words, is there a more efficient way to find the answer? But yeah, the way I have it set up now will allow me to heal any of them if they get hit and damaged, as well as Ewan himself. So right now I can guaranteed heal Ross and get some quick XP. And then if Ewan gets HP on level up, that'll be a thing. You get what I'm saying? So I've set it up to try and basically on this initial onslaught, it's just all Ewan all the time, and hopefully I can also get some heals on those guys. And then once I've gotten through this initial onslaught, it's going to be, Ewan is going to press forward, and so he'll probably take hits, and I'm going to do as much as I can. This is going to be a very slow map, and I cannot stress enough that I do not fucking care. What's your in-game for Ross? Warrior, Berserker? Berserker. I think I wanna flux him, actually, so I can get the kill. Most likely get the kill, but get the kill rather than just damage. Also, why don't you use the Lord's Sword? What do you mean? You mean which Lord's Sword? Okay. No magic, but that's fine. One thing that's nice is I think he gets 3 points of speed when I level him to, when I make him a druid. Ragnell. Well, because that's in Path of Radiance. Ephraim's weapon is called Regenleif. And I've used Regenleif plenty. Well, he's got 2. Him and Erica both have 2. So Erica has the Rapier and Ephraim has the Regenleif. And then once we get to chapter 16, I want to say, I'd have to double check. they will get Ephraim will get Siegmund, and Erica will get Sieglind. Now you see why I brought a pile of heal staves in with me. Can we fire the naming director? They're Norse. Almost all of the weapons in Sacred Stones are Norse. Siegmund and Sieglind are both Norse, as is Gleipnir, Naglfar, I believe Ivaldi, Garm, Vidofnir, I think Audulma is, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Listen, Fire Emblem stays naming their shit after fucking random-ass mythology. Then you have the Falchion. The Falchion, you know, they named it after a type of sword there, but yes. Okay. Do you get a hit? You do get a kill. 33. Do you get a kill on him? Yes. Do you get a kill on this one? Yes. You get a kill no matter what. I'm going to heal you just in case, and then I'll heal Ephraim next turn. Also, I don't care for spoilers, but when does Edelgard get Nemesis Axe? Not till later. I don't remember exactly when. In Three Hopes, at least. I don't remember exactly when. Eric, this is Three Hopes, not Three Houses. The Warriors game. Dang. I should have healed Ephraim instead. It doesn't seem like it matters, but it matters because if I healed Ephraim, basically, if I heal Ephraim and he does get hit, that squeezes in one extra heal for me without having to get funky with it. But yeah, once I get rid of these enemies that are here, I'm going to push Ewan forward and let him pull them one at a time and hopefully get hit with La Rochelle right behind healing. What's Ephraim's class, Lord? By and large, the Lord characters of Fire Emblem games often have the class Lord. Marth was a Lord. It gets weird. Fire Emblem 4 was Leaf was a Lord into a Master Knight or Master Lord. Roy was a Lord into a Great Lord. You've got Blazing Blade had Lyn, Ephraim, Lyn, Eliwood, and Hector were all lords. Lyn became a Blade Lord. Eliwood became a Knight Lord. Hector became a Great Lord. Here, both Ephraim and Erica start as Lord and become Great Lord. Ike is one of the rare exceptions. He goes from Ranger to Hero. Crom was a Lord. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's... Also, I did not know about Yuritsubi. Well, once Ewan hits, like, what, 7 defense, he's pretty much set. Right! LOL! I wouldn't have minded if you used it on the first hit. to save me a tome use, Ewan, but it's fine. Okay. Okay. I'd like a little bit more speed. I would like a little bit more speed, but like, getting defense ain't bad. Plus, I have a speed wing. Like, as of right now, Ewan is guaranteed to have 12 speed when he promotes. I would like more than that, but there's worse scenarios to be in. That's part of why Kyle's up there. I was considering putting someone else up there, but it's like, I'm fine with the idea that Kyle is just like, no. Just no. Is Kyle the Frederick? Not even slightly. The Frederick of this game is Seth, and it would actually be more accurate to say that Frederick wishes he was fucking Seth. Seth is in the discussion for the strongest character in the entirety of the franchise. And there's not a lot of better answers, by the way. Like, it is a short fucking list.
Why would you attack him? You can't deal damage, asshole.
Okay, well now I can do this at least. View here. Ewan having 4 defense means he's safe, he's fine. I'll have him kill the dude in front of him and chance getting hit back so that I can heal. But yeah, Seth is solidly in the discussion for greatest character in the franchise. Because the thing about Seth is he has literally perfect availability. The only chapter Seth does not attend is 5X, which anybody who is with Erica does not attend. It is purely, only Ephraim, Kyle, Ford, and then Orson, who doesn't really count, are in that chapter. He's in every other chapter of the game. He comes promoted with solid stats. He has good weapon ranks for lance and sword. He has 8 movement. Oh, by the way, and this is not an exaggeration, he has the highest growths of any fucking human in Sacred Stones other than the 2 lords. The full list of units in this game with higher growth rates than Seth, the paladin who joins you on the first map, is Erica, Ephraim, Mir. And Mir doesn't fucking count because and Tethys. Mir is a Manakete. She has 1 Dragonstone with 50 uses and she can't do anything else for the entire fucking game. Okay, so she doesn't really count compared to your average unit. Tethys is a dancer, so she can't fight. And then the 2 lords, and then Seth has the next highest total growth rate in the goddamn game. Why? 'Cause it's funny, I guess. Frederick's growth is not bad, but it's not as good. Is Tethys able to promote to assassin no. She's not a rogue, she's a dancer. She comes at level 1, but all she can do is she dances and gives people the chance to make a second action. She's a phenomenally useful character. I want to be very clear. Okay, not getting a single point of speed yet's a bit concerning. I may have to give him the speed wing. Because other than him, yeah, no. He's meh. She's fine. Hello. And we're good. He is so far the biggest worry by far. But yeah, all she does is dance so that other units can act again. Which is very useful. Strategically incredibly handy. But like, dog. She doesn't count compared to a combat unit. Sweet. I was about to put him on that column, and then I realized I actually want him to take the hit. It will genuinely be better for me if he gets hit. So, like, why am I gonna... Which means I should also leave Ross hanging back. Like, the idea is I'm feeding him Ross support experience, essentially. I need to make sure I get in combat with that entombed last. Both entombed, I should say, last. Compared to anything else. Because both of those entombed will be a full level up. So if I fight all the other guys first, I can probably get him to level 8 or so, and so 7 or 8. And so those entombed will take him to level 9 or level 10. And then it's like, okay, you got a solid enough basis here that I don't necessarily need to make... I will make a bunch of the next floor feeding you, but I don't have to make the whole next floor feeding you. I never checked to see what item is here, if any. 5 gold. Just the 5 gold. This is the unlucky one. Okay. So what I need to do, he's gonna come over here and miss out on one turn of Ross support building. But it's fine. Ow. Like I said, I'm okay with all these hits, though. I'm trying to feed La Rochelle as much as I can during this run. Please get speed. I'll take it. Honestly, I'll take it. He's been getting plenty of magic. Like, my only concern now is his skill is bad. But, like... I have a couple of secret books, so I can punch it a bit. I do know, rather unfortunately, that Druid only gives, I think, 1 point of skill on promotion. That's annoying. But Tomes, magic in general has a fairly high hit rate, so... Okay. Level 6. So he'll get to level 9 on this map. Reasonably speaking. I can't remember if I can go to level 4 or level 5 right now. Because if I'm correct, Basically, when you first unlock it, I think you can only go to this first floor. And so if that's the case, then every chapter thereafter unlocks a new floor. Which you unlock it in chapter 8, you did chapter 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we did up to 12. And so that should 8, we did 9, 10, 11, 12. So it should be the 5th floor is how far we can go, if I'm correct. We will see. Cool. Larshell's gotten almost 2 full level ups this map. I'm good with that. Bing. Hell yeah. It still makes no sense that Flux as a spell graphic is basically just Leorio punching through the table. Listen. You know what they say. Sometimes, if you want to make an omelet, Hunter Hunter. My great-great-grandpappy always said that. I think I just fucked up. I can't remember if the boss moves. I don't think he does, and I also very much hope he doesn't. But I can't remember. This is a 4-hit KO? That's annoying. Considering how long hiatus has been going on for, your great-great-grandpappy may well have been there. That's a good point. Nice. Now get the kill. And then just because I genuinely can't remember if the boss moves, I don't think he does, but just as a safety measure, I'm gonna rescue and then next turn drop for what. Cool. Good, 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 good. Oh, it's big sad. It's big sad that it's just due to the fact that dude's back is so fucked up. Like, he literally can't sit and do art, and that's what... Sweet. One more and he'll get to level 7! Okay, so he's not gonna move. Which is good. I'm actually not gonna have Ross go there. To maximize the chance of him getting hit, and to minimize the chance of him crit killing. You bastard. Well, unfortunately, because of the damage range and such, there's no way to play this otherwise. Nobody else has taken in damage that can be healed, so... Just gonna go here. Guaranteed kill. Okay. Yep. I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. Couple levels like that, now Ewan's able to fuck some folks up. Tower of Valny 2. Alright, now I am gonna turn off Arthur, but now I'm gonna give them their shit back. Like, I'm still gonna try and have Ewan do as much as possible for this floor as well. But sweet. Oh, fucking hell. You tomahawk. Suck my dick. We're gonna tomahawk. Jackass. 50 gold. A killer bow. Only way that's gonna be useful is if I get Inez. Or, I guess, technically, I could decide to make Garrick a ranger, but I'm not going to. Or if I made Ross a warrior, but again, not happening. Okay. I'm gonna put you there with Ross nearby. You're ready to heal. Okay, you're gonna go... Got a javelin. So what I actually want is he's gonna move right there. Catch javelin dude and be able to counter. What do you got? Iron Lance. Tana can catch that. That's it. Right, the inbuilt 30% crit chance is kind of hard to say no to with Ross. Okay. You're gonna go up here. And then you... Gonna come up here without actually joining in the fun quite yet. And you're gonna go here. Sweet. What are you looking at in terms of, like, combat chances? Okay, we're good. Honestly, here's where I'm gonna go with the Slim Lance, because I'll get the kill no matter what. I grew out of love with Naruto. Totally fine. Not everything is for everyone. I will say, I'm a massive Bleach fan. It's why I posted on Threads today, basically like, you know, what's your list of cosplays you have that you want to do? I'll start. And the one I'm most confident on, the next cosplay I think I'm going to do, is Shunsui. It's Shunsui Kyoraku. Because I just wanna. I don't even have it is nothing more than I just wanna. You know what I could do? I could kill you. Basically, I'm trying to think, where can I... Trying to once again force shit at Ewan. So I think what I'll do, though, is have you... 23...
Katen Kyokotsu. Karamatsu Shinju. Ban. Kai.
Come on now. Do they? My favorite Bleach character is Kenpachi. Of course! Also, I'm gonna say a thing that might be controversial. Shouldn't be, but might be. Like, I want to be very clear. Should not be controversial, but might be controversial. There are several anime characters we talk about as this character may not be black, but they're black. Piccolo is a for instance. Like, Piccolo's green. I know Piccolo's green, but Piccolo's black. Okay? Kenpachi's black, y'all. I don't know how to explain it. Kenpachi's black. Might be a controversial thing, shouldn't be a controversial thing. Kenpachi's black. Come on. Give me one more good one and then I'll take defense and speed. I will take defense and speed, dog. I will take that shit. Okay. Thought you were dissing Kenny. Look, he's probably worse than direct. Oh, no. Ain't no diss at all. Kenpachi is maybe the best character in Bleach. He's in the discussion. He's not my favorite. Ugh, come on, La Rochelle. Come on. Don't do this to me, girl. I exist in the tragedy of wanting to cosplay Soul Society arc Aizen but being built like Ichibei. So do it anyways! Here's the thing, and I don't want it to mean the whole, I wish I looked like this, I would want to look like this if I did it. Totally valid. I actually, one of the things I pointed out is, because I posted a couple that I want to do. So ones I posted I want to do Shunsui Kyorku. Okay, now... Ewan said, hit me! Hit me, motherfucker! No skill, plenty of everything else. I'm good with that, actually. Because I can give him a secret book and pretty much immediately make him solid. But 7 defense on a magic user is actually really good. Ewan's luck is doing very well. I'm okay with it. But yeah, so the ones I posted, I know I want to do are, as stated, Shunsui. I want to do Balthier, and I need to do Balthier at least relatively soon because I will at some point soon inevitably begin growing my hair back out again. So I want to do it while my hair is short and I can just use you know, hair color, like temporary hair color, and just style it rather than have to get a wig or anything like that. I'm letting Ewan get the majority of shit in this map for a reason. Although I will let Loot pull this dude, because I also inevitably need... I don't need, but I want her to get to level 20. Because then I can give her a guiding ring. The only thing that sucks is one of my mages won't be able to promote until chapter 15, 14, 14, 15, 16. Pause. Pause. Ephraim route. Because we're about to do chapter 13. That's the Selena battle. And there's not one here. And then next map, as long as we recruit Renak, there is a secret shop here. And they do sell a guiding ring. Okay, so we just have to get to chapter 14. So, basically the goal is if I can get, like, loot to 20, and then maybe Ewan up to 20, and just have La Rochelle be healing as much as possible, I have to do the next story map, and then in the one after that, I can get a guiding ring for her. The only reason I'm sticking them so close together, even though I'm trying to be hit, is I want to get that built up to B rank. So the problem is it's making it to where he doesn't get hit, but if I can build it up to B rank, it helps. So it's worth it to me. I don't know, let me check what Automod grabbed. Oh, the word insane was used, and the auto mod can sometimes be tricky with that one. Like, Sato should have been such a bigger force during his fights instead of getting clowned on. Even Shunsi was like, damn, this guy's kind of crazy. Correct! They do a lot of lore building that Ichigo's power just isn't from his physical ability, but also from the power of the soul. Oh, listen, I fucking love Chad. Justice for him, man. 8 defense on a goddamn level 12 shaman. I'm good with it, but goddamn, man. I am going to, however, sacrifice a turn of support building so I can get this. But yeah, the ones I want to do is Shunsui Kyoraku. I want to do Balthier. I want to do, let me pull it up. I can't remember all the ones I posted in order because I'm going to build to a point. I want to be very clear. Oh, Gideon Jorah from Magic the Gathering. God of War Thor. I know I can do that. Clive Rosfeld, and then I want to do, honestly, Basilio from Metaphor Refantatio. I fucking love Basilio. And Basilio is honestly kind of the hinge to my argument of you're allowed to feel however you feel about Atlas's different games and what's your personal favorite, but I think Metaphor Refantasio is objectively Atlas's best game. And I think Basilio is the one who best exemplifies why. Because in every Atlas game, every Mega 10 game, when you have multiple characters, and then the one who joins way towards the end, regardless of how good they may be, they're pretty much always the, oh yeah, and that one character. Like, Haru from P5 is adorable. Okay? She really is. She's great. I don't want anyone to think I'm about to sit here and slander Haru as a bad character. She is, but you don't get enough time to really properly connect with her. because they really don't, like, introduce her until for real in a way that really resonates with you until her act. The character you have the least amount of time to connect with in Metaphor is who? Yufa? And even still, you have plenty of time with her. But it's because they don't actually properly introduce her until you get to the island. But by introducing Baz early, and introducing, what's her name? Blonde, songstress. It's gonna piss me off. Juna, thank you. By introducing Juna early, and by introducing Baz early, you get to immediately connect to these characters. There is no, like, build-up. Like, Baz is immediately fucking great. And you're so glad he joined you, because it's like, yeah, I liked him. I could not help but like him. And that matters. So it just, and you also did point out, you had a better writer. One who's not filling fucking homophobic and transphobic bullshit into things. But just overall, it's just such a well-made game. And I love Baz. Hey, Del! Do you reckon we should believe him? I'd fucking love to cosplay Baz. And before anyone asks, no, I'm obviously not gonna darken my fucking skin. If I do the outfit and the hair and ears and the axe correctly, no one's going to be confused as to who I am. Just... Yufa, yes, Yufa is the Mistari woman. Yufa is the priestess who you meet on the island, who at first it's like, oh, she's gonna sacrifice herself for her people, but then you learn the reality of what the ceremony was always supposed to be. Correct. Listen, anybody, you can be white and cosplay Basilio. If you do the Basilio cosplay well, no one's gonna look at his fucking jacket and that axe and that hair and the ears and all that and go, who are you? But then you darken your skin tone and it's like, Baz! That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not how literally anything works. I understand this today is slow going, and I just ask you to bear with me because this is why I will never begrudge anybody who does like pro Nuzlocks who just cheats in rare candies. Because this is the training your Pokemon in a Nuzlocke part of the run. Metaphor Basilio, not Awakening Basilio. Anyways, I said all this to say, because I realized I kind of just rambled and didn't actually get to where my point was. I said all this to say, when it comes to, cosplay, because how I said, you know, how... Erica, you're like, my body, I want to do Aizen, but my body is like this. One of the things I pointed out, in fairness, and why I'm not knocking you for saying that, is I am working on my physique, I'm working on going to the gym, getting in better shape, so on and so forth, as I have been. Give me about a year and change to where I feel my musculature is at least a little bit closer, and I want to do either Aoi Todo or or Toji Fushiguro from JJK. And I know I could cosplay Aoi Todo right now. Shave, like get a wig and all that. I know I could do it right now. I want to because it will make me happy. Because I'm already working towards that goal. So it's like, because I want to get in better shape, that'll be my sense of like, when I feel comfortable enough to cosplay him, that'll be to me like a mark. Rather than being a weight on the scale or something along those lines. It's no, when I feel comfortable putting on this outfit, that is when I'll feel comfortable. That is when I'll feel like I've hit my goal. But if the issue is like, I'm built like this, so I would love to do this character, but like, I don't feel like I'm gonna be built like them, the question I would ask is simply, are you aiming to be built like that? Because if not, fuck it, cosplay. If you're using it as a goal, as something to drive yourself towards, cool, do whatever. But don't give a damn about body image. Cosplay is for everyone, for every body type. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. I don't care what anyone says. And obviously you know that, but I'm basically saying like, so if you're setting it as like, I am purposely trying to slim down, like that is just part of my comfort for my body, then cool, whatever. But if it's just like, oh, I'm built like a tank, boy, I don't know how else to tell you. There are some people who will see Aizen built like a tank, and them motherfuckers will fold like origami. Like goddamn-gami. The only question for Toto is, are you going to do skirt or uniform, Toto? I don't know. I haven't yet fully decided. I know I want the pants. I think I want to do jacket, shirt, pants. And I can always just toss off the jacket as part of it. But...
Hey, you!
Oh, hi, Ross.
I have an answer for your brain teaser!
You got it, huh? That's amazing.
Yeah, the answer is...
Yes, yes?
4 times!
You must have worked really hard to figure that out.
Yeah, see? Told you I'd get it. Fighting's not the only thing I'm good at.
However, that's not the correct answer.
What do you mean? I can't believe it! Ah! If that's not the right answer, then what is?
You were close. The right answer is 3 times.
Only 3 times? How? Tell me!
The key is how many pebbles you put on the scales at first. First, put 8 rocks each on either side of the scale. The side with a lighter rock will be higher than the other, right? Or, if the sides are balanced, it means that the lighter rock is in the rest of the pile. So, that was 1 turn on the balance. The rest is pretty easy to figure out. Let's assume that the lighter rock was in the remaining pile of 9 rocks. Then you'd put 3 rocks on each side of the scale. So that's the 2nd turn. If either side of the scale tips, then the rock is in one of those 2 piles. If the scale is balanced, then the rock is in one of the remaining 3 rocks. So now you've figured out which group of 3 pebbles has the lighter one. What you do now is put 1 rock from this pile on each side of the scale. Like before, if the scale tips to one side, the lighter pebble is on the scale. If the scale is balanced, then the remaining pebble is the lighter one. And that was the last turn on the scale. Did you get all that?
Huh? Well, I think I got it.
What? I just explained it all very clearly. You still don't get it? That's really...
Really what?
Oh, nothing. Forget it.
Ah ha ha! What? What do you mean, forget it?
Anyway, it's been fun hanging out. Let's get together again sometime, okay?
It wasn't fun for me at all! Hey!
yeah, Uni really is a little shit. Do you actually not get it, Remorse? Because I can actually break it down mathematically. So you have 25 pebbles. One of the 25, they all look identical at a glance. They're the same color, same shape, same size. But one of the pebbles is lighter. How can you, in the minimal amount of attempts, figure out which pebble is lighter? So, out of the 25, you take 16 and put 8 and 8 on either side of the scale. If the scale tilts one way or the other, then whichever one is lighter, that pile of 8 has the pebble. And the math works out no matter what on how we're doing this. If it doesn't have if it's perfectly balanced, then you know that the remaining pile of 9 has the pebble. So now you take those off. Let's just say that it's not on that it's perfectly balanced and the remaining pile of 9 has them. You put 4 and 4 up there. Again, if it's like this, you know which group you put 3 and 3 up there. If it's like this,
then whichever one is lighter, you know that side has the lighter pebble. If it's perfectly balanced, you know the remaining group has the lighter pebble. So let's just say they're perfectly balanced again. You take them off. You put 2 up there. If it's perfectly balanced, the one that's sitting outside of it is the lighter one. Otherwise, whichever one is lighter on the scale is the lighter one. Sans Undertale's brother Papyrus walks out. The test is passed. It perfectly balances on the first try. See also what up, Chromium? But see also one of my favorite meme pictures. What up, y'all? It's your boy, Anubis, coming at you with another soul balancing video. Let's see how this one does. All right. It looks like this person's soul is heavier than a feather, and that's not great. Longtime fans of the show, you know what that means. Like, it's just such a good fucking bit. You two with a fucking longbow? Go to hell. All right, I'm gonna do, well, how much health do you have? It's not gonna matter, because with Ross there, you will get the kill, literally guaranteed. Chromium Me is Watermelon Main, by the way, / Gold. I remember. I could pull Ross out of here, and then that will lower your attack, because you have 7 and 6, 23. You get full attack from this, so you would go down to 22, and then there's a chance you'll get hit back. It's not a great one, but there's a chance. I'm trying to maximize. Now that they're at B, Ross is maxed out on sports, right? Yeah. Now that they're at B, I can just get you the fuck out of dodge. Go here, and now, yeah. You at least have a chance of getting hit. I'm trying to make sure they get hit where possible. Get him! You bastard. I said get him, not miss. I wonder if I can beat Fire Emblem 3 Hopes before Fortune's Weave. 1000% you will. Now, if you mean beat, get all 6 different varietal endings or some shit, different discussion. But just beat it, guaranteed you will. Okay. Got a hand axe, a Why couldn't the dragon axe be droppable, jackass? That would have been really nice, actually. Okay, cool. You've got 20 attack and 6 effective speed. So, loot, can you reach? Nope, you can't. So, Kyle it is. With Ephraim nearby. Pull you back here. And pull you back here so that we can kind of like swarm these assholes a bit. In the process of moving everything out before 6 p.m. CST with my abusive dad to a shit-ass apartment that's permanently 112 degrees even with the AC because it unironically has a 20-foot church steeple. Christ. That's not great. Okay. I'm gonna let Luke get one of these. Wait. What's your move? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be the limit line. I'm on chapter 8 and I'm playing on hard mode. I promise you'll still be fine. The nature of it being a Warriors game means it doesn't take nearly as long to get through. Like, the later chapters don't go nearly as long as, like, the later chapters of 3 Houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Pull you here. Pull you here. I'm letting Loot get both of these because that'll bring her to
just under a level up, I believe. It'll either level her up to 20 or it'll bring her to like 98 experience, at which point I will fucking genuinely just go ahead and allow, like, run her forward and not holding a tome. And be like, yeah, dog, just go ahead and, like, dodge 2 attacks. The Anglican Church is now also a blue-collar slum landlord now. They renovated their church to become an apartment and must have embezzled every cent and let Christ guide their design. Well, you know what they say. You shit fucking slimy jackass. Okay. Bing. Okay, cool. Two spaces north. Okay. Put you there. Okay, I'm gonna put you here for now is what I'm gonna do. Let this dude attack Ewan. Ewan, I am really glad at how well you're doing. I actually need you to stop dodging people now. I need you to stop dodging people. It is now actually becoming a problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna let Loot dodge 2 attacks. Okay. She has 4 defense, 27 HP. These dudes have 16 attack and 12 attack. It's 28 minus 8, 20. Perfect. I'm in fact going to do this. I'm gonna have Loot go here. Trade Ephraim. Wait. And then she's gonna run forward and pull both of these things. I can then run her back, and Ewan can step in and do the real work. Boom. But she's gonna hit level 20 here. Nice! I'll take it. One last good level up. Not a good level up, but it's fine. I would have liked even a goddamn point of defense, dog. But it's fine. It's fine. You trade. Get your shit back. Now supply. Give. This. Take. Grab the guiding ring. And use the goddamn guiding ring. I actually didn't think about this before now. Sage will give her light magic access. Mage Knight will give her the zoomies. I feel like Sage is the smart answer. Because I'm not trying to low turn it. Let me see something here. Let me see what we're looking at in stat differences. From promo. Female mage to Sage versus female mage to Mage Knight. Mage Knight would get 1 extra strength. Get 1 less defense. That's noteworthy. 1 less res. 2 more points of con, and obviously the extra point of movement. I think the extra points of defense and the light magic is in fact worth it. So we're gonna go for it. I should have healed her first. First promotion of the run, baby! She can now use staves and light magic. And the advantage is she can get some free... Oh, it won't matter, that's right. But she can get some free experience off of healing La Rochelle. It'll only be like 6 points or some shit, but... Experience is experience, dog. Okay, Ewan has to move up and Flux. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him move up and Flux. This guy, actually, all I'm gonna do is have him go here. Bing. Damn. The kid from Awakening that you get the same chapter as Maribel.
The kid from Awakening?
I know you're not talking about Donald, but I'm trying to think of a kid from Awakening. Do you mean, like, Sully? No, the mage. Oh, Rickon. Rickon. How much health do you have? 24? Cool. Ewan went from literally getting hit every 56% or whatever that occurs to never getting hit, and it's actually kind of annoying. Steal one of those and heal her. Really, I should have stole the partially used one and gave it back, but, like, she's just gonna hold a heal staff on hand so she has one. Yeah, like I said, I knew it was gonna be 5 or 6 experience. Not a lot, but enough so as to be worth it. Gonna put the iron bow. Just in case there is, in fact, a chance that, that it makes sense. Like, basically, in case we get Ewan. In case we get Enos. Trade, get back your vulnerary, cool. You... gonna... here... Move the lower move, people. Loot getting light magic also will be handy because it has good innate crit. Not good, but it has innate crit. Also, 4 con means she can use fire at least without losing AS. So that's nice. Unfortunately, I have to play based on whatever the enemy can fucking squeeze out here. Just burned a random number accidentally. For those who don't know, there is a hidden technique to where you can manipulate the RNG in basically any Fire Emblem game, but especially the GBA ones. Whenever you move and do stuff, you can see the arrow follows you. You can do what's called burning a random number, or an RN, as we shorthanded to. Ewan has 5 moves, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I now move again, the arrow is going to follow me. Now, it'll like reset to account for the fact that I can't move that much. So if I go here, it's just going straight down. It's fine, it doesn't matter. But if I go left, you'll notice the arrow goes down and to the left. Now if I do it again, it does it again. Now if I do it again, it goes down, left and then down. The difference is, whenever it does that, it is pulling whatever the next random number in the string of random numbers that is being prepped on the background is, and whether it goes left or right like that is basically just a simple matter of, is it a high or low number? And that you can literally determine it just by that. I forget which one is which off the top of my head, but that is what it is. So people are able to use that in order to manipulate the random number generator. Because what you could do back in the day is you could sit here and write down a string if you remembered which one was high and which one was low. Like, you could basically go to your turn, like if you're about to level up and you know how many random numbers it pulls for an attack, for a crit, so on and so forth, you can basically just write down a string of how many it is and then go like 20 or 30, whatever, until you find a bunch of low numbers in order and then go and attack so that you can get the kill. You would reset the game, which would reset the random number generator where it was, and then go from there if you were in the middle of a map. Okay, what I have to do, is I don't remember, is a speed of 6. So I'm not going to get double attack. He has 25 attack. Okay, so I'm going to put you here. I'm going to slide you out of the way. I can't remember if the boss moves once again. So this is how we find out. I'm a level you. That sounds way too much like min-maxing. It's because it is. It 100% is. You're using that in order to, like, preload, essentially, to, like, maximize your chances of getting good stat ups. Because essentially, you can guarantee it's... What that decides is whether the number is going to be above or below 50. So if you know when you level up, if you know that you attack and that's going to pull 4 RNs from the string, it will then pull 7 in a row for your stats. So if you know that, you can make it so that you can basically go, okay, I know it's going to go 4, and then with the next 7, the 4th number, which would be speed, is going to be a low number. It's going to be 49 or less. Or I guess 50 or less, because it's 0 to 99. Whatever. Point is, it's going to be on the lower end of things. You can then know, let's just say a character has a 40% speed growth, well, there's an 80% chance then that you're going to get a stat up. If your character, if it's a stat like HP or something where you have 75, you can guarantee it going up. Things like that. Is it necessary? Not even fucking remotely in the realm of necessary. But it is just a thing you can do. So I mostly say it because it's like it's an idle curiosity, really. I think this is the last map where I'll need to have Ewan doing everything. Because he's about to be level 15. Like, I'll still have him doing shit because he's getting the most experience out of it anyways. But the point is, I'm basically catching him up to everybody else. And we're getting as much out of it as we can. I wish I could get a Sword Reaver. I wish I could get a Sword Slayer. But I would accept a Sword Reaver. That would be excellent for Ross to walk around holding. I think he gets 8 per enemy that's left, so that'll bump him up to 15 by the time all is said and done. Can you stop dodging, you son of a bitch? I get it. You're doing great. You're doing phenomenal. But you keep dodging, so La Rochelle can't heal you, and you keep critting on the second hit, so you're not saving weapon uses. Okay, to be fair, I did put Ross here, so let's fix that. You know what's gonna suck? I'm not gonna be able to heal him after this last enemy because it's gonna immediately go to the next map. So even though technically this could be an opportunity for another heal, it's not. Are the YouTube comments kept off the screen on Twitch? No. This is just one shared thing. Like, the screen you see is the script. I'm just simulcasting to both. I'm running my chat through Caster Labs. Ooh, good. Good level up. Now we're gonna go as far as we can. I think that's the 5th floor. Items, loot. Let's give the thunder and take... Do I have a lightning tome? I do. So that you have one. And can start working on light magic. You're gonna S-rank Anima for sure, but you can at least start working on light magic. Oh, I have a Sword Slayer. I got one, I forgot. Okay, check map, formation. Oh, shit! There's a chest. Okay, what, do any enemies have an item? I don't think so. I think this is everything. Nope, so it's just that one thing. Let me... see here. I want to play Path first. Also, go on. Caravalni, floor 3. Oh, that chest. Hold on. Might just guaranteed have 3 grand in it. Does it list the reinforcements? Okay, cool. There's no reinforcements on this map that we have to worry about. Okay, we're cool. Shout out to the assassin class path means I don't need to scrounge for keys and 3 hopes, right? Who's gonna carry the key for this? Honestly, probably Ross. Grab a chest key. I only have 2 chest keys. I only have 2 chest keys. I am not going to open the chest here. Because on the 5th floor, which I'm 99.9% certain is where this is going to end, there will be 2 chests that are essentially guaranteed to have better items inside. And I only have the 2 chest keys. So, and I don't have a thief. So, it's just how it's going to have to be. Okay, I'm gonna pull her back 1. Pull her back 2, maybe? Or pull her back... Guess I'll pull her over here. No, I can pull her behind Ewan. What am I thinking? I'm overthinking. Pull her behind Ewan, and then otherwise stack people in. Cool. Cool. Boom. Also, boy-wise, I'm kind of surprised Petra isn't standoffish with Edelgard much. I mean, Petra and Edelgard have a complicated relationship, to say the least, but it is, like, through the wholeness of everything they go through, it makes sense. Like, it basically boils down to Edelgard does believe in... Like, Edelgard is very ends justifies the means. And you can have obvious thoughts about how you feel about that. But, like, at the end of the day, she talks the talk, but she does walk the walk. Bitch-ass motherfucker. Thankfully, I have my 3 best defenders outside of it, so, like, no one's endangered, but that is a bit frustrating. And also 3 people who I'm good with them getting experience. LOL. If you land the hit now with a 59 hit, I'm gonna honestly be a little miffed. You bastard. Three Houses is such a silly game for me personally. Arvis for Prez. Okay. We gotta talk about that name, dog. First of all, welcome. We gotta talk about that name, dog. I have concerns. I'm not questioning his fiscal policies. I am questioning his burning motherfucking heroes alive policies. Who is Arvis? Remorse. Arvis is one of the central antagonists of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, which is the 4th game, which came out on Super Famicom. He does some shit, man. He does some shit, man. He quite literally, like, it's a very decent chance you never end up playing it unless they do a remake, which they've talked about for years, but, like, we've never had any footage of to see, so we don't know. So I'm fine telling you this. The thing about Genealogy of the Holy War is that is the game that introduced the concept of child characters, which were then iterated on in Awakening. As like, oh, child characters as in like, there's timey-wimey shenanigans, things like that. No. It was originally introduced in Genealogy of the Holy War. That's why the title is Genealogy of the Holy War. With the idea being that... Hold on one second. Let me do some math real quick. 14 speed. How fast are you? Fucking hell. 15 speed. No wonder you can't double back. The idea, Genealogy of the Holy War has a prologue chapter, then 5 full chapters, then a time skip. 5 full chapters, and then an epilogue chapter. But it is not some 3 houses time skip. It is, you are literally looking at a whole new generation of characters time skip. Children who were just barely born before the time skip are now whole ass adults post time skip. Or at least whole ass, able to fight in a war post time skip, I guess would be better. So, all that to say, one of the inciting incidents that leads to the time skip is that Arvis, that your main lord through the first half of Genealogy of the Holy War is a man named Sigurd. Sigurd, the Lord of Chalpi. Arvis, fun fact, has a unique dope-ass magic tome called Valflame. And he uses that to burn Sigurd alive. To just melt the motherfucker. Just burns him to death. Now, Arvis does actually... The thing is, Arvis is a nuanced character because there is some semblance of he was being manipulated and controlled by someone, but he still did the acts. So, like, you have to take that math into the accounting. I will agree. There actually are a lot of similarities between Arvis and Edelgard. I would not... There's similarities. Edelgard is not as bad as Arvis. Like, I make jokes about her being a war criminal all the time, but Edelgard and Arvis are playing 2 completely different fucking games. Like, Arvis... Here's the other thing about it, and I'm sorry, but like, it does bear mentioning. When you're dealing with Arvis, every Fire Emblem game prior to Binding Blade, you gotta deal with some Kaga. You've gotta deal with some Kaga, with some Shozu Kaga. And, we do, and much like with, I've said it before, I view Shozu Kaga in the same way that I view Hideo Kojima. You have to take the good with the bad, man. Because he has come up with some brilliant stuff. We owe the existence of Fire Emblem to him. We owe some of the series' most cool, unique mechanics and ideas to him. He has also created some shit when it comes to the story. So, like, what do I mean by that? Well, wait, does Kyle have a support with loot? He does, right? Doesn't he? I'm not making that up. I don't know why I've been ignoring that when it's just free points. Kyle, Loot has Arthur, right, Ross, Noel, Kyle, and then Vanessa, who we won't be able to use. And then Kyle has Ford, Ephraim, Cyrene, Colm, and Loot. Yeah, I've been ignoring fucking stat points on the table, dog. Anyways, so, why do I bring up the Kaga of it all? Well, here's the thing. One of the main things Arvis does prior to burning Sigurd alive, mind you, and feels worth referencing, is Sigurd is searching for the love of his life, Deirdre, who Arvis had already found, but she had lost her memories. And he fell in love with. And then he decided, like, yeah, I'm still going for a good bit, Fade Leaf. So the thing is, Arvis decides, well, he has his questions of, is Deirdre the woman that Sigurd's searching for? So when Sigurd comes to his palace, he does decide to confirm real quick who it is. So he shows Sigurd who Deirdre. And Sigurd then confirms, oh, this is my love. This is the woman I've been looking for. Except Arvis already decided he loved her. So it's like, okay, I got that confirmation, and now I'm gonna burn you to death. Oh! Just to make it a little bit fucking weirder, Deirdre's his half-sister. He doesn't know that at first before falling in love with her. Finds out and is basically like, well, we're here now. So, that's a Kaga game for you. Hey, you.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
There's nobody else here, is there?
And who are you?
I beg your pardon? I should have introduced myself. Kyle of the Knights of Renee.
I see. And I am Lute, mage of profound genius.
Very well, Lute. The pleasure is mine. To tell you the truth, I've been looking for you.
Has someone issued a search notice? Or is there a bounty on my head? Or is this perhaps a private matter?
I guess it would be that last one. I have a favor to ask.
What would it be? My requests are classified into 7 categories and 25 items.
I don't know how it would be classified, but I want you to help us fight.
Why?
I'm a strong believer that morale is best served by good leadership. A unit of knights all trained by Renee's finest generals. We're fighting no ordinary foe, and we need more diverse skills. That's where you come in. Because you can use magic, you could be invaluable in helping me develop unique battle strategies.
And that's what you wanted me for, is it?
How about it? Would you do it?
Sure. Anything you say. I don't mind.
I should warn you, I spend my time on the front line. I ride out to meet the enemy head-on rather than attacking from afar. It's a much riskier prospect than supporting from the rear guard. Is that going to be a problem?
I have no objections.
Excellent! I appreciate your help. I expect we'll be able to generate some stunning tactics together. You don't need to stay at the front the whole time. I'll give you a cue when to approach.
Got it. I'll do whatever you say.
I'm counting on you.
You have nothing to worry about. There's no one better than me.
Thank you for the resub, Caracal. I appreciate you, bud. How you doing today? I have my own thoughts on Arvis showing Deirdre to Sigurd, but it's quite headcanon-y, so... I mean, you're allowed to share a headcanon, for sure. Listen, here's the thing. At the end of the day, again... The thing is, I do acknowledge Arvis is a nuanced character when you take the totality of him into question. Because he does break free of Manfroy. And he does, like... He literally sends Tyrfing out to Seleth. This is one of those, like, I kind of view Arvis in a similar lens to how I might view someone like Emmett Selk. Where I'm not saying that everything they've ever done is forgiven. I am saying they have done some things. They've done some terrible shit, and it is totally valid to hate them forever. But they give you some clues that they kind of wanted to lose. No, less Vegeta and Omni-Man. I think it is literally, I think in the end, in the final time you have a showdown with Arvis, I think he wants to lose. I think he wants Seleth to beat him. I think he knows that he cannot, he has a duty to his country and to his people, and so he cannot simply just give up.
but I think he wants to lose. And the only way to do that is to have someone better than him defeat him. And he gives the tools in order to do that. So that's why I'm saying Arvis is a nuanced character. He's a great villain. Really, he's a great antagonist. Like, his being a villain ebbs and flows. At his peak, he's absolutely a villain. But I don't think he's villainous. I think he's misguided. And then does some heinous shit while being so misguided. And so the thing is, the reason why it still is a villain is because at least part of it is for selfish reasoning. Like, at the end of the day, you knew the shit with Deirdre, and you did it anyways. You gotta square that circle, man. You gotta own that. Basically forever. But it doesn't mean you're beyond reproach. Yeah, he's doing theater and basically pretends to be this cruel figure so Seliph doesn't feel guilty for killing him. That's the read at the end. Is he knows what he did, he needs to atone for. But he also knows that he can't just lay down his... There will never be a world where he just lays down his magic and says, you know what? Yeah, I lose. That's not the reality of the world. At the end of the day, it's not the reality of the world. And so... So like I said, I think Arvis for Prez is a bit of a heavy statement. You can be there, so I need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Go here. Ewan's gonna clear out the majority of this floor, and then that will mean we're pretty much even. And so for floor 4 and floor 5, it's gonna be, you know, best man for the job situation. Omni-Man wants to turn away from being a ruthless warrior and seeks a peaceful life with a happy family. Vegeta tries to be a better person, but holds on to the Saiyan pride of fighting. Right, I think those two are a little bit different. Those are formally bad, like, those are guys who were villains, who are actively trying to be good, and do the active work of atonement. Arvis kind of realizes the nature of his crimes are things that you can't really do active atonement for because of how far-reaching it is. Like for Vegeta to make sense as a parallel, Vegeta would have had to have murdered Goku. And then be actively... Like, the equivalent would be if Vegeta murdered Goku and then later gave Gohan... like, a training tool that he would use to go on to defeat him. Okay, unfortunately, he's gonna take 3 attacks here, which sucks because 8... So we're gonna subtract it by 24. So 1, 17, 30. Technically, right? Because -8, wait, no, is 5... 8. It's 13. And then 17, 30. Yeah. He just barely can't do it. If he gets hit by all 3, he dies. So I do have to move Ross in range, which will minimize the chance he gets hit. But by moving Ross in range, I believe they get a full point of defense. Right? Because he's light, and light gives defense? Or am I making that up? Light gives... Yes, light. So that'll add an extra point of defense, which will be just enough that even if he gets hit by all 3 of them, he will still survive. In any case, I probably won't delve into non-GBA Fire Emblem stuff all that soon. Totally valid, Fade. Yeah, this is why that is the least likely of the 3 to hit. Actually, no, I think the spider is the least likely of the 3 to hit. But still, this is why I was like,
if I'm gonna do this, there's no safe way to pull all 3 otherwise, so I have to just go ahead and maximize my chance of survival. Listen, I love GBA or a Fire Emblem. So Lord knows I'm not gonna sit here and convince you. Okay, so now that we know that, why didn't you come forward is my question. And so just in case, we're gonna do this. That's weird. I really hope that other one doesn't suddenly decide to move now that I'm in the room. I'll be really mad. Like, if I put all this effort into Ewan and he dies, I'd be really mad. Oh, thank God. I was like, I didn't think there was some weird AI quirk there, but I still had to be ambivalent about it. It's one of those where, like, the spider just doesn't move. Okay. I could attack... Is it guaranteed kill? It's guaranteed kill. It's a guaranteed kill. Okay, cool. Guaranteed kill and guaranteed I can't die. But I would like for that 33 to come through. It is what it is. Sweet. And then we're not getting the chest on this floor, so that's that for that. Cool. Perfect. Bang. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the chest because I only have the 2 keys, and I would rather get the chests that are on floor 5. I think the floor 3, yeah, the floor 3 chest has 3 grand in it, I believe. The chests that are on floor 5 statistically are far more likely to have either gems that are innately worth more or have weapons that will be worth more and / or be useful and otherwise hard to acquire, to where it's worthwhile to me to just save it for there. There's a chance I get a weapon that's worth less and is easy enough to acquire. I'm fine with, you know, that being a potentiality. Okay, 80. Okay, let's see here. You're level 1781, 1680, 17 and 30, 18, you're promoted. And then 18. So I gotta level you up, Okay, so I think what it will do is... And again, part of why I'm doing this so methodically and slowly is I'm trying to not just level you in to catch up with everybody, but also level up La Rochelle as much as possible. Again, this is the Pokemon training, like the Nuzlocke training episode. This is the one run I'm allowed to do in here, so I want to maximize it. So I'm going to floor 5. Ah, shit. I was hoping I could pull each of them separately, but I can't. Alright. Alright, so what I should be able to do, experience-wise, if this works out the way I'm thinking, I should be able to pull both of them, kill both of them. They will level him to 17. He'll pull this Entombed, which should give him a guaranteed level to 18. Ross will pull this Moth Dog and this Bael, which will get him just a tick shy of 18, and then probably him and Tana will team up. He'll attack this Elder Bael, which will get it down low enough that Tana can finish it off, and so he'll either be at 18 or close to it, and she will be level 18. And so then we have like a level 18 just about standard for the team going on the floor 4. Which will be good, because this will mean we can kind of just distribute the experience around and see how many people we can get to level 20 before we leave. Ding. This does mean that I'm going to be funneling basically as much experience as I can into Garrick or Tethys. If I get Garrick, I'll be funneling as much as I can into him. If I get Tethys, then it's just dance when I can dance, dog. Not really much else you could say about it. Okay. You're going to go here. You're gonna go here. And then I'm gonna pull Ross as close as I can without being in range. Once again, because I actually want to get hit as much as possible while here, in the safe way that it can be done. Like, I want to get hit as much as possible without endangering myself. As much as I can safely heal. Right there, right? Okay, cool. She can actually come right here, because that will safely signal the edge of the movement range. Okay. Now. Okay, now I'm gonna heal him. Then he attacks. Heal him first, for sure. She gets a level up. Then he attacks. It would have been nice if she maxed it out, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I would like some skill, but... and HP, obviously. I will probably have to give her the angelic robe, because everybody else is at least passable. Sweet! And now he's level 18. Hell yeah, Capped Magic. And his skill turned out decent. Not great, but decent. She actually has worse skill than he does, actually. Yeah, Ewan turned out just fucking fine. Cool. I'm going to put Ross here, actually. To where... and she can heal him an extra time. We're good. Cool, cool, cool. He's gonna pull the Moth Dog. Cool. Now, let me do some math here. Because what I want is for Ross to attack the Elder Bael and kill that. Because Tana can't kill him in one hit. It has 11 defense and 48 HP, and it has 8 speed. So he's going to double. The 26, he'll deal 15 and 15. Assuming he hits. 113 hits and 18 points. Likely to hit. I think this is the way to go. And then she'll be on standby. Sweet. Sweet. Now, as... Oh, hey! He actually got a level up. Nice. Skill and speed is good. Alright. Can she reliably kill this thing? She guaranteed kill this thing, in fact. I'll actually want to go with the Iron Lance to maximize the chance she gets hit. So he's 18. He's 18 and 14. 18 and 54. 1 and 5. 18 and 13. Okay, so I actually probably want Ross to get the... So I'm gonna have Ross pull here. Again, this is where I allow myself... I'm not boss abusing, but I'm allowing myself to top off the team before we move on. Just to get that extra couple heals in. So she's gonna get at least one more. She'll get 2 more if either Tana gets healed or damaged, or if Tana gains. So I'm gonna get another heal there. So 2 more heals. So I'll have her heal Tana next turn, then heal Ewan after that, and then I'll move Ross into range to receive the other hit. Not great, but it's fine. Every level up can't be a winner. Okay, so she's gonna heal her, then end turn, and then I have her heal Ewan, and I move Ross up 1 to be able to, or up 2, I guess, to pull in that last Bael. And now everybody is over level 18, going to the final floor. And I feel great. I feel really good. The only reason I'm not using the Angelic Robe yet is there may be a better use for it. Oh, sweet. I'm actually okay with that. I would have liked it if he got tapped real quick for one last heal. But, you know, we take what we can get. Sweet. Map clear. Proceed to the next floor. Yes. Tower of Only 4. There's no reinforcements on either this or map 5, right? Oh, actually, never mind. There is reinforcements in floor 5. There is not in 4. I'm playing a meme hack of FA7 where all units have 0 bases, 1 max HP, which also makes weapon intimate. It basically expects you to do every form of EXP abuse you can. Oh, that's actually sounds like it could be fun as hell. I'm not gonna lie. That actually sounds like it could be fun as hell. Because it's just you trying to figure it the fuck out. Oh, supply. Gonna grab a vulnerary. He's fine, she's fine. Oh, that's it. It's called Fire Emblem. Okay, well played. Well played. Well played. Okay. This now becomes about getting the most value out of things. So, Kyle's gonna go up here and loot, and so loot can act as a healer for this group. Actually, You've got 14 attack and then 18 attack. Yeah, you'll be fine. Oh, a killer lance. 18 attack. How much defense do you have? 10? Okay, he can't kill you. So we're good. We're good no matter what. Okay, that's what I need to make sure of. Let's roll! You do need to save state a fair bit in early Lin mode in order to dodge some bandit axes, but past the point, it's remarkably consistent. Like I said, honestly sounds kind of fun to me, personally. I'm actually going to move you outside of support bonus range. And let's see what moves and where. Okay, that's what I expected for those two. Hey! And free killer lance! I didn't bother to check what else is droppable that's gonna be on this floor. Should have. That's on me. Free killer lance. Bing! Cool. I'm going to avoid healing Ephraim and Kyle as much as possible. Because I would like, if they do get damaged, for La Rochelle to come and be the one to handle it. Okay. Okay. Heal you. And then put you here. Kill this thing. Bing! With an Iron Lance, you won't be able to double, but right? You have 17 speed. This is 14. 14. Called it. But you would be able to double if I used the Slim Lance. With the Slim Lance, you'd have 22 attack. This thing has 40. Oh, you'd kill him. Yeah. Go with that. Go with that. Okay. What are each of you holding? You've got Iron Lance, good. He's coming with a heavy spear. You're holding a sword. I would rather you hold the steel lance. Cool. Perfect. Kill his ass! I love Ephraim's crit animation so much, man. It's one of my favorites in all of GBA, and that's saying something. It's just so flashy, in the best way. Okay, here comes a couple of moth dogs. Does he do that with a sword, too? He never wields a sword. Ephraim only ever wields a lance. Upon promotion, he gets a horse, but he doesn't get a new weapon type. Erica wields a sword. And hers is it's still fine, but it's far less flashy. No, he uses a spear. You're thinking of Elliewood from Blazing Blade. Okay. Okay, I think they're gonna attack her, but let me just see what this looks like. (22, 23). Okay, she won't kill so one of them will probably attack her. I don't know about both, though. Although if I do this, I can get rid of this archer, and then most likely both of them will attack her, and I don't think... Yeah, they couldn't kill her regardless. So yeah, this is what we'll do. Steal Lance. No, mayhaps I'm too used to the main lord wielding a sword. Oh, that's pretty... It is true. That's pretty common. Marth obviously only wielded a sword. Sigurd, I believe, technically could wield a sword and a lance, but you were unlikely to see him wielding a lance because of the weapons he had available to him and so on. But I do believe he could technically wield a lance. Leaf primarily used a sword, could use basically anything after promoting, but primarily used a sword. Roy could only use a sword. In 7, Eliwood uses a sword and then on promotion gains lances. Hector uses axes and then on promotion gains swords. Lynn uses swords and on promotion gains bows. Here, Erica is sword pre and post promotion. Ephraim is lance pre and post promotion. Ike in Path of Radiance only uses swords. In Radiant Dawn, he does eventually gain access to axes in the 3rd tier, because Radiant Dawn had a 3rd tier of class. Back to Marth, swords. Crom was swords only. Corin was kind of funky, because it was reclassing. Well, so it's weird. Crom was sword only as a lord, but he could reclass. When you get into reclassing is where it gets really funky. Okay, cool. So... So what I'm gonna do is Steel Lance you. Hold on. I don't think he can no, cool. So what can be done is this. Oh, shoot, actually. Here's what can be done to maximize healing a bit. Here, 3 houses has reclassing, but the default weapon is that Byleth has swords, Claude has bows, Demetrius lances, and Edelgard has axes. Correct. The only real exception also, I guess, I did forget to mention Celica. And Celica, she uses swords, but she can also use magic. But Gaiden and Echoes are fucking weird, man. Yeah, Olm does also eventually get access to bows. Again, Gaiden's fucking weird, man. Oh, I didn't say it's bad. It's just weird. It's good. It's objectively good. Just a little weird. I actually don't necessarily want to max out Ephraim right now. Because I'm going to want him in some of these harder chapters. He just gets strength. Very nice. I'm going to want him for sure in some of these harder chapters. and shit. No, because it's fine. Here's what I'm doing. I'm not putting him forward just yet, because I'm trying to basically max out my healing experience here. Does he have to immediately class up if he hits max? Quite the opposite. Once he hits max, he's stuck there until a story event allows him to change. I'm going to equip the halberd to maximize the chance that this dude hits him. That reminded me that this BGM also plays in one of Awakening's DLC maps, Apotheosis. Probably the most insane post-game challenge in the whole series. Correct. Apotheosis is a goddamn time. Like, you are just put up against enemies that will have literally stats in the fucking 40s. It is a DLC that says, hey, we gave you a bunch of tools with which to break this game. We broke it back. Figure it the fuck out, bro. It unabashedly G-checks you. Okay, I'm gonna let Ross get the kill, I think. Or actually, 18 and 40, you're 18 and 48. I'm gonna pull you up just a scooch. The final secret wave has stats from low 50s to 60, with the peak stats being above 80. Correct. Yeah, it's fucking bananas, Remorse. Whatever you think... Oh, hey, okay, that's actually a really good level up for her. Whatever you think is the most nuts shit you've seen statistically in Fire Emblem is nothing compared to Apotheosis. Now what I can do... He's gonna get the kill. It also has good story, though. Like, a good, basis to set up the DLC. Most of my units are in the 10s to high 30s. In Three Hopes, I like. Also, hot take, I like the dungeon crawling in Echoes. I don't think anyone has a problem with the dungeon crawling in Echoes. I think the thing that gets annoying is... So, the dungeon crawling as a concept isn't bad. It's the execution that people have an issue with. Loot.
Yes, sir.
I was right about you. You've been a great help to us all.
Well, of course I have. I told you there's no one better than me.
Your magic is an incredibly powerful force, isn't it? Sturdy armor, tough hide, it makes no difference to magic. I'm in awe of it.
You're not so bad yourself. You're an incredible fighter.
Thanks.
Have you trained a lot?
When I was young, there was a lad I hated losing to. Every day I trained harder and harder in hopes of defeating him.
So what happened? Did you finally beat him?
Not as such, no. But I haven't lost to him in a while either. We're evenly matched. I think we force one another to improve.
I see. It's always good to have someone against whom you measure yourself. Aren't you glad to have this personal adversary?
Uh-huh. You know, I think this is the longest conversation we've had.
Really?
Uh-huh. So, not to sound rude, but I didn't take you as the kind to be interested in others.
No, it's not rude at all. I just got a little interested in you.
Same. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so like when it comes to the dungeon crawling, I don't think people hate it. Like, people, let me rephrase. People don't hate the concept that goes into the dungeon crawling. People hate the execution. And it's not even the dungeon crawling itself. It's having the shrines only be in the dungeons, meaning anytime you want to class change anyone or anything like that, you literally have to go into a dungeon, which inevitably means fighting a couple enemies and things like that. You know what I mean? It is a choice that's more so annoying than anything else. Also, no, Kyle is not Kyle was not talking about Ephraim there. You might deduce it's Ephraim, but he's actually talking about Ford. The young lad who he never wanted to lose to, and so the two of them make themselves better. That is 100% him talking about Ford. Okay. Ford is another character. F-O-R-D-E. Okay, you go right here, pull the one, and then Tana is gonna pull the other two. All right, our supports are basically all they're gonna be now, so. Now it's just about distributing the experience in the way that makes the most sense, and also, getting as much as I can for La Rochelle. La Rochelle, or as she's known in the proper French, La Rachel. Somewhere out there's a French person who just fucking violently twitched in response to me saying that joke. They were just like, eh. Bam. Sweet. And swap to the Slim Lance to maximize the chance of getting the kill. Speaking of apotheosis, there's not a whole lot of difficult post-game paralog challenges in this series as a whole. Generally speaking, no. What they used to do is you had the trial maps, and that's about it. But there's not a lot of go ahead and flex your ability to break the game chances, no. Which is a bit of a, you know, it would be nice to see more of that. Lagdu Ruins is definitely a good choice for a post-game challenge. Fair, but it's like, you know. It's obviously got its limitations. I think what I do here is fly her out of the way, let Ewan get the kill shot. Most likely. Cool. Cool, 61 and 62. Dope. Now, Ross is going to get the kill here, so long as it's possible. But he's not gonna pull. You have 15 speed. Is this poison? No. 15 speed, 25 attack. Does she double? Not with the Iron Lance, though. I think we have a her. There's 50. This is going to be less if I pull Ross out of there. Yeah. But I can't pull him too far because I need him to be able to get into combat with this dude. Okay, you attack him first. Hell yeah. Thing. Now. Can you deal low enough damage? No. Outside of the Wyvern Rider dude who died the next chapter, he was recruited. The game heard you talking shit about Tana and you. I never talked shit about Tana. I was actually happy I got Tana. I talked shit about Ewan and what it's gonna take to have him be useful, but I never talked shit about Tana at all. Tana's a phenomenal pull. Like, the alternative to Tana would have been Amelia. Meh. The alternative to Tana would have been Amelia. And Tana's objectively a better pull than Amelia. Both for versatility, for, like, statistics, ease of being able to get her to be fucking useful. I don't believe I'll be able to go to Chapter 6. Chapter 2, you made sure to Chapter 9 to be able to enter Floor 2. For Floor 10, Chapter 10. For Floor 3, Chapter 10. 11, 12, yeah. Okay, cool, yeah. So this is the last floor we're gonna be able to do, so let's make sure we have what we need to be able to do it. We are pretty much fine. I'm not worried about running out of weapon uses in here or anything, now that we can properly distribute. Arthur doesn't get to come, however. Check map. Formation. Oh, this is butts. Don't like this even remotely. That at least makes it slightly easier. Ewan. Ross. Actually. Yeah. Put you here and put you right here. Cool. And bring you down to join in. Ross. No. Yeah. He'll be up here in case it's needed, and Ephraim's just gonna be nearby for moral support, basically. Alright, cool. What happens if you complete this tower entirely? There's some good items on the top, but that's it. There's no, like, story benefit or anything along those lines. Let me just see real quick. What is Kyle looking like with a javelin against you? 81 hit, but I will be putting loot nearby. Yeah, there with a javelin. And you can stand here holding your iron axe. He's gonna be within 3 spaces. And loot's gonna be within 3 spaces to max, so to ensure that he's doing his killing job just right. You're gonna go right here. Oh, I forgot to Hold on. Okay, cool. I'm redoing the move the exact same way, and she goes here, like I planned. But, I forgot to put the chest keys in anyone's inventory, and I was like, oh shit, tell me that I just did that fucking stupidity. But we're fine. We're totally fine. Iron Lance, and have her down here and nearby, without getting into any danger range. Okay, she's fine if she goes right here. Cool. So it's the extra quest. Yeah, Tower of Volney and Lagdu Ruins are just, it's a place where you can freely grind, basically. You can get some cool items in here, but it's mostly a place where you can freely grind. The only other thing that really matters to them is in the post-game, once you beat the main game, you can like have a clear game file and go into the post-game, and you can go to these places as well as like random encounters on the map and just fight with your endgame team. You can also unlock a couple of various bosses / NPCs to use on these maps, and that is where it matters how many times, like going through the ruins and going through the tower a certain amount of times can unlock various characters up to and including Leon, the final boss. Right, I was checking to make sure that I could still access the convoy with Ephraim. Otherwise, I was gonna get real mad at myself. Okay, they're massing up, and now we need to... And enemies will pop up on those stairs as well for like the first 6 turns or some shit. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna have to turtle back a bit for safety. Like, obviously I like the healing options, but... Or opportunities, I should say, but... Oh, that's why. I was like, you kidding me? He doesn't double? He does, just, you know. Sweet. As long as those entombed don't move, we're fine. Cool. We're good. I actually need to swap them. Okay, so what I need to do is move you right here, because you're already level 19 is the thing. So I need to move you right here. Kyle is going to go here and hold his steel lance. He's going to go to supply, give the vulnerary, and take, in advance, the Night Crest. You'll see why it's going to play out the way I need it to. Now, I can't fuck around with you even slightly. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Let me see how else right. 13, 15, 14, and 14, and she's got 8 defense, 10 defense. Okay, so she'll be... This is gonna work out. Just trust me. Bang! Cool. Cool. Alright. Iron Lance, she's gonna get the kill over here. I am gonna have to use a vulnerary here just for safety's sake, but what I should be able to do is I can park you in right here. Only these 4 enemies can reach him. He has 8 defense, 8 defense. They hit 16, 15, 20, and 14. So that'll be 6. 8 is 14. 7 is 21. 20 is 12. That's 33. He would need to dodge 1 attack, basically. He has 45 avoid. That one will probably hit. That one, he'd be looking at 40-something hit rate for all of them. Or, problem is that, or if I just put him right here, that'll knock out just 1 attack and then he's guaranteed to be safe. Now, he will likely shoot her. 14 attack, and how much speed? 6 speed. So she will likely take, like, let's just say she gets hit, she'll take 8 damage. That's fine. Cool. He might attack Ephraim, but otherwise we're fine. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Also, Saber interacts with CEO showing his whole ass and by extension. Oh, it's a fucking lot, man. It's a lot what he's doing, I'll say that much. I didn't use a vulnerary. Thank God you missed, because I didn't use a fucking vulnerary, because I'm a dumbass. How did I forget that? I think I'm actually still technically in trouble. Or not. Or not. Actually, because of that dodge, I think I'm okay. Also, may everyone their working relationship with GW, given they are into... Games Workshop don't fuck with that shit, though, is the thing. Games Workshop do not fuck with that shit. They do not play around. Okay, we are officially gonna be at a point here where we're going to have to decide, does Kyle become a Great Knight or a Paladin? Because the game's gonna make me decide. Because he's about to hit level 20 hardcore. Paladin will give him extra move. He won't be weak to hammers or heavy spears or armor slayers. Great Knight gives him axe access, which I don't think he needs. I don't really think axes are going to matter much for him. Res is nice. That's not a great level up, but Res is nice. And now they'll move in, and then the Entombed will move in, and he should end up. Thanks for bringing that up. I had no idea until you said something. I need to stay informed more. Oh, Besta, there's a lot going on with Saber Interactive. Basically wrote a hit piece about his former writer. Shit's wild. Who they basically fired because they wanted to use AI. And I'm not really exaggerating that fact at all. Damn. I was hoping he would get the kill to maximize my experience on this, but it is what it is. Also, he's an Asmongold fan. Who, Josh? Yeah. Oh, you know me. Love me some Asmongold. Fucking Johnny Jackass McGee. Okay. I think smart play is we flux. I think smart play is we go here, we flux. Get the kill. Guaranteed. You right here and heal. Most egregious thing is that he started that tweet was like, I had to ask Claude, tell me who she is. You had to ask your AI who your employee was, sir? Is that how that works? Correct. Correct. We're already off to a banger start there, and it somehow only got worse. Like, somehow that was not where it ended. That was where it started. Thank you for the raid, Crocodile Hat. How you doing today? Welcome. Good to see you. Folks, for those of you who are raiding in right now, my name is Josh. You can call me Anoriand. I play old stuff. I play new stuff. I play RPGs. I play platformers. I play a little bit of everything. Right now, I'm playing Fire Emblem and more the Sacred Stones, and I am doing a very silly challenge right now. A Fire Emblem Nuzlocke. If you're curious at all about how it works, I do have an exclamation point Nuzlocke command in chat, but the long story short, it is a combination of the two major pillars of a Nuzlocke, where if a Pokemon dies, it's dead, and you can only catch the first Pokemon in each route. So, I'm doing an Iron Man. I am not allowed to reset a run. If anyone dies, they're dead. That's the end of the discussion. And also, I am not allowed to decide what Pokemon I catch in each route. So it is quite simply the fact that once I get to any given map, I have to go ahead and bring out all of the possible characters you can recruit on that map, and I do a roll, and I get to see who I get to catch on that map. I am allowing myself a single run in the Tower of Valmy, which I'm doing right now. And other than that, that is like, I'm not able to do it because otherwise, you know, grinding too much is going to completely eliminate any semblance of challenge in the run. So it feels more fun to do it this way. So, if you came in with a raid, feel free to sit down. Welcome in. Good to have you around. Crocodile Hat, what were you playing before you came on over? Have you nearby to benefit Ross? I'm not going to let you use the staff because I'm going to save that for La Rochelle. But yeah, put you right here. I think... How many enemies can attack you? 6 total. 88, 88, 88, 89, 86, 88. So, we face 6 33 or so hit rates. Well, less than 33. 16, 16, 16, 14, 14, 15. 16 does how much to her with everything around? 6? Yes. So 18, 22, 26, 31. She would need to be hit by every single one of these 30-something% hit rates to die. Or I can use a vulnerary and just ensure she lives. That's probably the smart play. So I'm going to do that. Because mathematically, that'd be 6, 12, 18, 22, 26, 31. I can guarantee she lives if I just go ahead and use... I don't want to! To be clear. This guarantees she lives. So I wanted to save the vulnerary usage so that... and also make it so La Rochelle could heal an extra heal out of it, but I have to be smart. Like, last thing I need is to see I roll, like, they hit 30-something% 6 times in a row, which, as crazy as that sounds, it can happen, and I lose one of my best characters. Correct, Remorse. Correct. I have unfortunately already been bitten on this particular fucking run. So, I have no choice but to be smart and play it accordingly. No, once Colm went down, Natasha had a better than not chance of dying. But Colm going down required literally egregiously bad luck. Like, truly dog shit luck. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. I could have saved the vulnerary. That's fine. I'd rather... This is a case where I'd rather learn the wrong way. He's level 19 and change. So he's barely going to interact much the next couple maps, to be honest with you. He's mostly just going to be there. I'm only going to use him, like, I will probably use him in Chapter 14 to hard push to try to get to Renak. But that's about it. Because I'll need the extra body to ensure that La Rochelle stays protected. Because I'm going to recruit Renak with La Rochelle. Because if I recruit Renak with Ephraim, it's going to cost me 9,998 gold. If I recruit him with La Rochelle, it's free. Pretty easy decision. How much money do you got? Like 20 grand? But remember, I'm also going to have to spend 10 grand on a guiding ring. So that I can promote La Rochelle when we get there. So, as much as I have a lot of money, it's also not growing on trees. Okay, what is the smart way to distribute? Oh, I think, yeah, we're going to be able to make sure that everyone who's not named Ephraim is promoted by the end of this map, because there's 3 entombed on this map. Oh, and La Rochelle, but again, setting her aside. It's kind of a different math. Speaking of which, I do find Anoriand being a damage dealer fucking hilarious. I don't know how to respond to that. Letters, Besta. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. Okay. Honestly, I could have pulled you out of there and tried to do a thing, but it's fine. You at C? You're at A. Fuck. Did not realize. Here's what I really need to do if I'm gonna do it. So it's not a waste. Kyle's gonna go here. Do I want him carrying the... Yeah, steel sword, because... Well, yeah. He has plenty of opportunities to ramp up his lance access. Okay, let me double check here. Promotional gains. To Paladin versus the Great Knight. Great Knight gets 1 extra HP and strength and speed. And 2 more con. Okay. It's statistically just straight up better. And then, but it loses out on a point of movement. Which kinda sucks. Like, Paladin gives me high movement. I will, however, have Tana for high movement rescue missions. But I have Tana for high movement rescue. I will be getting Cyrene, again, if it's just purely about ferrying people around. Now, the one thing I will say, Ephraim's gonna have 7 move. Lute's gonna have 6 move. To keep near promotions, or to keep near supports. Is there there is exactly one that you can find under normal circumstances in the desert. 1 pair of boots. Swift soles. Whatever. I love Paladin in general. I think I'm gonna go Great Knight. I didn't realize... I thought it was a bit more even keel in terms of promotion bonuses. Great Knight, I know, also has better stat caps. But... yeah. And he can now use axes. I think he starts with E rank... D rank axes. So he can use, steel axe, which is cool. Pull you down there, and then you... 1, 2, 3, 4 can attack right there. You're gonna go right here. The reason there is a reason I'm doing this shit. I want to be very clear. It's because otherwise Ross would end up pulling this dude and like wasting the fact that he gives phenomenal experience. You're gonna come up here. You have a better chance of possibly healing. Plus, Great Knight does have a cool attack animation, I will say. I kind of talked myself into it before the end of everything. Part of it is also that now he can hold hand axes. Hand axes are great. First promoted attack is a crit. Gotta dig it. Gotta dig it. Okay, so yeah, the plan is Ross will do that. There will be 3, technically, Revenants left, but Ross can pull 2 of them, and that'll get him capped up to 20. I appreciate that Dark Deity really took their cues from the old school FE attack animations. I do as well. I like a lot of what Dark Deity is doing. It's not perfect by any means, but I do like a lot of what Dark Deity is doing. Remorse, it's an indie game that is very much stylized after GBA era Fire Emblem. Very much. It's not even subtle. We move 5, right? Yes. Subtlety. I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards. Sweet. Kind of want to get swords up to B rank. I don't know that it'll matter much. But actually, I should swap to lances and ensure he gets that S rank sooner rather than later. All right. He's got some bad skill. I probably need to give him a skill book. But otherwise, he's doing just fine. Cool. If both of you attack Ross, that would be fucking lovely. I'm gonna move you right here. And move you right here. That would be lovely. 9, nice. Is this turn 5 or turn 6? Turn 5. Okay. There is a reason I'm asking, trust me. I'm actually gonna send Ewan up here. I played Telepath Tactics, and all I saw in that game is needlessly oversized maps, and all the cool stuff the creator glazed his game for is pushed way too far in. That sucks. Back when you actually have devs that focus exclusively on Nintendo households and reason. Level of polish they have puts them at mid-tier GBA devs from back in the day, in my opinion. Back when you could actually have devs that focused exclusively on Nintendo handhelds and really make them sing, oh yeah. Why the fuck has Capcom not released Mega Man Legends? Because they hate us. Next question. Next fucking question. It's a very simple answer. It's just a shitty answer nobody likes. Okay. If I am correct, this next one will attack him, and he will hit level 20. Go to fucking hell. Although this does kind of what... Okay, so you need at least 3 kills here. So here's the plan. You're gonna go here, supply, take the ocean seal. You're all gonna just get the fuck out of Dodge. There's a plan here. Hold on. Also, it's my goddamn Pokemon Stadium, Nintendo. NSO technically, and Champions, but them's the scrap. The problem with Pokemon Stadium being on NSO is that they really just should put Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue on NSO and add a cross functionality that will allow you to just, like, go ahead and transfer your shit over. Like, I know y'all can do that. It's not an I think. I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, y'all are capable of programming that. I try to play Gales and it looks icky to me. I don't know, LMFAO, I don't know if I'm just being mean. So I'm actually chill with Gales of Nayeli. I think it looks good. I can understand if it's not your cup of tea, though. Okay. Do this. Sweet. Kyle needs to get healed, but otherwise. Conker's bad fur day on NSO when. You know, we do have the mature N64 app, so I know I personally wouldn't fucking mind. Cool. I'm actually really happy that he got hit. One for the fucking road. There you go, sir. Get you out of there. Wait, no. Trade. Item. Ocean Seal. He's going Berserker. I do not care about having bow access. He's gonna have hand axes, dog. Hold on one second. Tana moves up. Can you get the... Nope. You gotta use that Iron Lance. Bing. I got a Tana with 19 fucking strength. This feels vaguely illegal. Like, what do you mean? Like, Matana almost capped strength. Christ. Okay. Alright. Ephraim's actually gonna mop up these three dudes. Even though I was like, yeah, I'm not worried about, like, I don't want him to get too much experience. But the reason why is because Ewan is going to kill one of those Revenant, or one of those Entombed, and that will cap him at 20. And then someone's going to get an Entombed kill and get to be level 2. But, like... gonna take one of the chest keys. Since she's literally the only one who can heal La Rochelle, doesn't make sense to wait on that. We decided to try Rare games for the first time ever. Battletoads, Country and Country 2, Banjo 1, Conquer, Vignata, Tip. Anything beyond that will be a drop in quality. Just a warning. Personally, I love Jet Force Gemini. Anything beyond that will be a drop. Banjo Tooie is good. I think Banjo Tooie's a good game. Supply, give, the vulnerary, and take. The Elysian Whip. Item. Elysian Whip. Okay, do I make her a Falco Knight or a Wyvern Knight? Falco Knight will give her swords. Wyvern Knight will give her Pierce. Falco Knight compared to Wyvern Knight. Falco Knight gets 2 more HP, 1 more defense, 1 more res. Wyvern Knight gets 1 more skill and 3 more con, which is big. That'll put her to 9 con, means she wields Steel Lance with only 4 attack speed loss, loses nothing from an Iron Lance. Is the swords that big a deal? I don't think so. I think Wyvern Knight makes sense. And Pierce is really good. So Fade, the only reason why I'm not promoting La Rochelle is because of how this is all worked out. The advantage is going to be basically that I am going to allow her to... I'm going to actually leave you right here. Supply, take the other chest key, and then you can fly over there. God, look at her. The reason why I'm not promoting La Rochelle, essentially, is she's getting all the experience she can on this map. But it would either be I have a capped Ewan, and I don't want to put him into combat because that's just siphoning experience from people. Or it is hold on. Wait, yeah, you've got that chest key. Cool. So yeah, it's either I have a capped Ewan, which, has its own problems, or the other potentiality is basically I'm going to do Chapter 13 and then Chapter 14. La Rochelle's healing as much as she can and do everything like that through the rest of this, through Chapter 13, and then through Chapter 14, at which point in Chapter 14 I can recruit Renak. He will give me access to the secret shop, and then I am able to go and buy a guiding ring for her to promote in Chapter 14. Yeah, I decided on Wyvern Knight. I decided Pierce and 4 more con is worth it. She now wields Iron Lances without any speed loss. She wields Javelins with only 2 points of speed loss. Steel Lances with 4. But she has 20 attack speed with the Javelin. 18 with the Steel Lance. Like, that con was just too useful. Ewan's gonna go over here. Ephraim's gonna go over here, because what I'm gonna do to, again, maximize my experience gain and everything. Who's gonna get the kill on that thing? Probably Ross. Makes the most sense. Maybe Ross and Tana teamed up? I don't know. Banjo-Tooie I just finished. It requires no jumping and has the worst tech fetch quest issues I've ever seen. See, this is why I didn't use it on the earlier chest, because a red gem is going to be better for me than... Wait, is a red gem sell for 2,500 or for 5 grand? I can't remember. Oh, let's find out. I'll go ahead and let you wait right there. You haven't seen DK64. DK64 is a game. Sure is. He just fucking cleared that without even blinking. This is why Ross is the boss. Hell yeah. Wait, what? Oh, so I could have gotten that chest earlier. I just didn't. Okay. Whatever! Okay. Killing Edge, nice. Ooh. Just to be sure, you've got 27 attack with the flux and 14 attack speed, so you will double. 27 minus 3 is 24, times 2 is 40. You actually will just barely kill him. So do you get the kill? Is the question. 1, no. Not even close. Which is good. This means Larashel can march up. Ephraim can pull. Possibly get hit, which would be nice. I can get one last heal in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. Yep, cool. Stand here holding my lance. Perfect. One last heal, and then Ewan gets the kill. Son of a bitch! I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can move him out of the way first. It's just annoying. Alright. So, this whole episode was a training montage, but we're leaving with a squad of cracked characters. Bing. All right. What are you looking at, Ewan? Would have liked another point of defense, but it's fine. I will say, I'm just going to say it right now, I'm not doing Summoner. Summoner feels a bit too broken to use. Manage items. Okay. We got to do some clean up here. He needs a new iron axe. Cool. And I'll now give him the killer axe because it will have specific points where it's like, okay, between his innate crit and what's it called? Supports and all that. Fine. We're gonna sell the single-use Slim Lance for sure. We're also gonna sell that Iron Lance. And we'll sell... No, it sold for 2,500. So it actually would have been better had I... I don't need the Slim Lance anymore. I can just sell that. And I will have her hold on to the Axe Reaver, because she is the only Lance wielder I have who cannot get out of it. So she's the one who's going to benefit from the Axe Reaver. Now she can hold on to one of these one-use vulnerarities just as a oh shit button. Kyle. I'm going to sell that javelin and grab another 20-use one. That's probably unnecessary. We're actually fine with Kyle right now. What I'm going to do is have him give his iron sword and have him take... Don't want to hold on to an iron axe or an iron axe. Got the javelin. I'll grab hand axe later if I need it. You win, supply. Give these two, and we're going to need to get you another flux tome. And then otherwise, we're settled. So I'm going to need another flux tome. He's going to take... Again, I want everybody to have at least one shot of vulnerary as like an oh shit button. He's got plenty of slots again. Okay, so first things first, take and use the guiding ring. Make you a druid. I need to get another flux tome and a fire tome. Or maybe a thunder tome. I need to see the weights and everything. I just got a bill from AT&T that says -$3. Hold on. Does that mean they owe me money? It says no payment necessary. No, I mean, yes and no. Technically speaking, if you closed your account now, they owe you money. But what that's actually going to end up being in practice is that you just have a $3 credit towards your next bill. Yeah, I'll hold on to Thunder, actually. And then let me look at stats of everybody. 14 skill. You have only 8 skill, which really sucks. But Loot's only at 13. She's using Anima and Light, which are both highly accurate. Kyle is 13 skill. That's kind of balls. I think I do need to give him one of the secret books. In fact, I will, just straight up. I'm going to give him one of the secret books, put him to 15, and feel a bit more confident in him. For the one use. You and you've got plenty of slots, so you're going to hold a 1 and a 2. Cool. All right, we're good. Everybody's holding everything they can. That makes sense. We're in good shape. She's now going to take back that men's staff in case there's an oh shit button she needs to hit. I need to get one. Yeah, I'm gonna grab him a heal staff. Again, just as like an oh shit button. Ding ding. Just so you can see how the whole process goes. Fight, doesn't matter. Retreat. I've done my grinding. I don't even know if I'm going to do a Lagdu Ruins run, to be honest with y'all. I may just limit it to what I've gotten so far. Heal. I don't think I need an unlock staff. That's why I didn't bother getting one, because, like... basically, it boils down to... Might be wise to get her a Shine Tome, though. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to need an unlock staff, because I'm going to get... there's no chests in Zalbul Marsh. And then in Grotto Castle, where there are chests, is when we recruit Renak. So, okay. So, thanks to that run. Basically, the only people not promoted as of right now are Ephraim, who he'll cap out his level. But, yeah. And then La Rochelle, who she will promote once I can buy her a guiding ring in Chapter 14. I'm going to cut off here. But, here's how this is going to go. Wait, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but have you ever played Hoshigami? I have played Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth, Caracal, and that is a fucking game. So, here's the plan. So here's the plan. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be on early. I have to take Gideon to football, his first official game of the year, and it's at 3. I'm going to need to leave here by no later than like 2:40. So I'm going to start probably somewhere around 11, give or take. And I'm going to see if I can knock off the next 2 chapters, but at minimum the next chapter. The next chapter is Zalbul Marsh. We're either going to get Tethys or we're going to get Garrick. If we get Tethys, then cool. It is what it is. If we're going to get Garrick, then I'm going to feed Garrick as much experience as I can over these next 2 maps to try and get him. Because from here, the only other characters we get are Promoted or Mir, who doesn't really count. She might as well be a promote. So we're going to see. But I'll be back tomorrow. I feel great about the run now. I think we're in good shape. And let's see how things go. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And until next time, I'll catch you later, fam. All right.